Mystic Moon. This is a reading for Leo. How are you doing, Leo? Leo Sun. If you have significant Leo energy, you may have found just the right place to be, Leo. Leo, let's go and see what's in your energy right now. Of all the readings that are out there and of all the messages that are out there waiting in the Leo collective. What's the message for the vivacious and vibrant Leos? Leo, I have Four of Wands, bottom of the deck energy. Four of Pentacles. Stable, Leo. A little pensive. A foundation. And wondering what to expand in, what direction to expand, what focus to give credence to. Ten of Cups just wanted to fly out, Leo. But I did want this card. A Knight of Swords. Something's rushing at you, Leo. Leo. You have some change that's coming up, maybe in the latter half of the year. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords. You're going to go through some big changes, Leo, especially with the fact that we started off this reading with that four energy of Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands. Things are pensive but stable. Pensive, but there's a routine happening for you, Leo. And that routine, Leo, is going to change. Quite interesting. Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, all in here definitely promises change. And with, besides the fact there are 10 energies, if that wasn't emphatic enough, Leo, having that Knight of Swords here, it's like an even more decisive energy saying, hey, be aware. Change is coming, and it's a good change, Leo. But I am going to say in this energy, Leo, you could be moving in the latter part of the year. You could relocate your home to a much better place. Something about family here. Could be relocating your family, relocating your household. You could also be expanding your household. But basically, Leo, how you have been maintaining yourself up to this point, up to this particular point. This point, well, depending on how you look at it, it would be either the third quarter of the year, right? Or the first quarter if you're going by the old calendar, with the spring solstice being the beginning of the year, summer solstice being the first half. But things are going to change for you radically. Things are going to change in matters of your home, matters of your fourth house. Let's see what else we have here. Let's clarify that Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords gets an Ace of Pentacles. Three of Wands. So we have some Aries energy that is building up. In fact, I would ask Leo, do you know anybody with significant Leo, significant Aries energy? Leo, do you perhaps have a significant Leo energy? Aries energy, with the Aries coming in here. If you don't have significant Aries energy, and by significant, I mean, I would say something like your moon or your fourth house, fourth house, first house, definitely personal planets. But I feel like this is, especially with four, maybe seventh house, maybe fire Venuses, maybe. But if it's not relating to that, Leo, I would definitely recommend to think about what happened. What happened either this year or last year around Aries season for you? Even to Leo, recollect for a couple of weeks ago, not too long ago in terms of months, with Aries season, Leo, what were you thinking? What were you dissatisfied with, Leo? What was it, Leo, around that time, something that you craved, something that you wanted, something you desired, something you needed, something you were perhaps frustrated about, something that you have been working towards? Because there is something here, Leo, about Aries energy. And I do invite you to recollect either this past Aries season or Aries season of last year. I just invite you to recollect, what were your thoughts? What did you want? You know how sometimes when we think of things, when we speak of things, we work towards things, those are wishes in unto themselves. So that's something to keep in mind, and something that is, I think, interesting. Interesting, keep in mind. Anyway, Knight of Swords clarified by an Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this screen is really big. Like I have it zoomed in. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, Knight of Swords, excuse me, clarified by Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups. The change that you have been anticipating is here. Also, too, keep in mind with, it's definitely the latter part of the year. Something's going to happen. Some big change is going to happen in your household, or you're going to move, one or the other. Same thing, people or place. With your household and or whatever planets, I'd also recommend you to think about, do you have, what sign is your fourth house in? I don't know, look at your matters of the home, matters of the heart. But between the fact that we have Ace of Cups too and the Ace of Pentacles, both are receptive energies, Leo. And it could also be referring to the time span, especially with that Three of Wands, the time span between the start of Cancerian season, which is like June 21st, to the end of Capricorn season, which is, I think, January 20th or something like that, right? 21st, the 18th, the 19th. mid-January, mid-June to mid-January. Expect significant changes, Leo. I know you could be saying significant changes have been happening. Well, I don't know. Because again, with that Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands energy, things have been changing. They've just been building upon what you've already created. And what I have here is a whole new chapter. So think about that too, Leo, with the things that have been happening for you. Have they just been building upon stuff you've already created, continuing the path that you've already laid out? Has it just been one cobblestone on top of another cobblestone, forming a wall? Because what I have here in this energy that's coming up is an actual path. A path that's being cleared for you. So 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups gets justice, the World, and Hierophant. Something you don't see coming, or something you're too busy and occupied to see what's coming, Leo. I'm going to say, Leo, for those of you already in relationships, for those of you already in relationships, Leo, you could have a kid. There could be babies coming here in this energy, something that takes you by surprise. If you're single, Leo, then what I have here, a connection you don't expect, or a connection you don't know and comes at you when you least expect it, but shortly, Leo. Forming into life partner energy. Doesn't get much more life partner energy, let me go and say, to Leo, than Four of Wands, 10 of Cups, Justice, and Hierophant. This is marriage energy. It could also be as well child energy. It's family. Family bonds. Family that will bind to each other too. Stable energy. Dedicated energy. Good energy. But I do think, Leo, in this energy as well, it's going to be when you least expect it. And I don't think for the single ones, this is someone who you know. For the ones who are already yoked, as you could say, looks like children. Definitely family, family issues, family expansion, good family movement for the group. So I have High Priestess, Moon. Leo, I'm also going to say, besides the fact that I have significant Aries energy, well, significant energies, Leo, I have Aries, I have Libra, and I have Pisces. I'm going to do one more check. Significantly. Oh, and I have Gemini too. I'm going to call that Gemini. There's other energies, secondary energies, but primary energies I'm going to say are Gemini, Aries, and Pisces. Secondary energies would probably be Cancer, Virgo, and Capricorn. strong Aries. There's strong Aries here. Strong Pisces too. By the way, High Priestess and Moon are Pisces. However, I'm going to say with Ten of Swords here being clarified by the High Priestess, the Moon, and Queen of Wands, Leo, it's not so much referring to a person, it's more like situations, and again, a phase ending. And what that High Priestess and the Moon is asking you to do under Ten of Swords together with the Queen of Wands, not to close yourself off to your imagination, not to close yourself off to how you want to live your life with no compromises. Leo, what have you been compromising on to? There's something here, Leo, that you've been compromising on, something that you've accepted as fact or as reality. There's a settling here, Leo, and something that you've settled for, you've pushed out, at least pushed out of your active vocabulary or your active wants, your active desires, was unnecessary to do so, Leo. Leo, dream. Dream all the biggest dreams you can, Leo. All the biggest dreams you want, Leo. You're quite powerful, Leo. But there is something, Leo, that you have buried, that you've accepted. Oh, I can't get that, or that won't happen. And Leo, nothing is beyond your reach, especially now, Leo, you're moving into a new phase. Leo, that's my reading for you right now. Leo, if you appreciate my time in doing this video, do give me a thumbs up. And until next time, bye-bye.